We moved it on over indoors at another staple of live music here in San Marcos, Texas, the legendary Cheatham Street Warehouse. Our friend William Clark Green recorded a live album here. His 2022 studio record, Baker Hotel, marks the return to collaborating with producer Rachel Loy. We caught up with Will backstage at Billy Bob's Texas before his album release show to get the story behind the album.
Every record is about a town in Texas. Misunderstood was Lubbock, Rose Queen was Tyler, Ringling Road was Eastland, Aber Island was south of Beaumont area, Southeast Texas pretty much in general. And so I'm always kind of like looking for something unique, you know, that a town has about it. Man, the property values in Mineral Wells were so cheap, and there are like some mansions going on for sale over there for like $100,000. And so it sparked my interest in real estate, and then I kind of found out about the hotel, and then I heard there's rumors that there might be some investors that were coming in and remodeling it. And then I started asking a bunch of questions about the Baker, and then I started kind of figuring out that it was haunted, and people were telling me all these stories about how in high school they would bet each other to go to the very top. I thought that would be a really cool album, a concept, especially for like a cover photo and doing a video too. So it just kind of steamrolled. It was not a easy song to write.
Show us what you got. You ain't nothing but a chicken till you make it to the top of the Baker Hotel out there in Mineral Wells. At the Baker Hotel out there in Mineral Wells.
It took a couple of years. It was just kind of like relentless. Even like when we recorded it, like it was really difficult to get it to a spot where it was unique enough. When we finished it, it was like, oh, okay, that's what we worked so hard for.
I wasn't made to stay in one damn place like a dog on a chain, just wasting away. I wanna feel alive.
This one we did back in Texas at Josh Serrato's studio at Melody Mountain Ranch, which is Larry Joe Taylor's property. So me, Josh, Steve, Rachel, and Jay Saldana was the drummer on it. So there's just 5 people in the studio, and it was so enjoyable. It was during the midst of COVID, so we just kind of camped out there 4 or 5 days at a time, and no distractions. It was really nice. I mean, it was unbelievable to have an engineer that plays guitar that's also in my band, that knows me in and out musically. Like, I mean, talking about not wasting any time, and also like, you know, he knows what I'm looking for. You know, it made it so easy, and he's so talented at it. We just work together to try to solve the problems, you know, that arise. And so that's an incredible work atmosphere to have that, and to know, you know, to trust me and for me to trust him. It's awesome.
How can it love so strong, go so wrong, burn so bright and fade from love to hate?
Yeah, so Rachel is producing this record, Rachel Loy. We did not work together on Aber Island because every record she's been pregnant. So she got pregnant in the making of Rose Queen, and then she got pregnant on the making of Ringling Road. And then when I asked her to do the 3rd record, she goes, "You're not gonna believe this, I'm pregnant." And she's like, I'm not doing a record pregnant again. I was like, fair enough. And so on this one, we asked her to come back. I think the main thing for her, she was playing bass, which was a huge difference on this record and past records. She's an incredible bass player, one of the best in the world. I think her main focus was like, I know the way you want it to sound, but what I'm trying to do is create something that you've never done before. And that's what I wanted. We didn't want to do the same record, you know, because that's why you hire a producer, right? To get you outside your box. So I think she spent her time really delegating our musicianship to get outside of the headspace of what my expectations are for the song. So, which is what I asked for, you know, because I don't want that. I want to be pushed into a direction that I would not think of. We had all the time in the world, and Rachel just steered us in every direction we could possibly go. And some directions I loved, and some directions I didn't. But we always, you know, met, you know, on a place where we're like, that's really cool. Now our fans have the expectation, kind of like, he's going to do something weird or different, and to have that freedom is amazing. The best song I think I've ever written in my life to this date is Anymore off the new record. I wrote it with Max Stalling and Zane Williams.
Well, you don't have to try to be every little thing I need anymore.
Every other record, I've showed up to Nashville, I've written with a bunch of people that I don't know anything about them and they don't know anything about me. I don't even know what kind of music they write. I don't even know, just random songwriters that, you know. I wrote with Drew Kenny on this record. I wrote with Josh Greider. I wrote with John Bauman. I wrote with Ross Cooper. I wrote with people that like I really love their music. To me, that makes sense, you know. I do believe my albums have been cover-to-cover albums. You can put it in and listen to the whole thing. And you can, there might be songs you like more better than others, but I always feel like it flows well beginning to end. And the story kind of comes through that when you listen to the whole album.
Sink or swim, life or death. Tell me, what would you do right now with the gun to your head?
I'm very blessed to have a job that makes people happy, which is pretty awesome. For me, it's my legacy. It's what I'm leaving behind on this earth, hopefully to make it, improve it, you know? And so I'm taking it extremely seriously. And so I want the artwork to be really cool, and I want the albums to be complete. If you go through and listen to every one of my albums, you can pretty much see exactly where I'm at in that point in life. And especially with this one, I think you know pretty damn well exactly where I'm at.
They won't stop talking about you. Won't you make it to the top of the Baker?